will benefit from. It's a good day. Folks, welcome to the world of Piper, an in-home, whole house security system, home monitoring system with zero, nothing, nada, no fees whatsoever. This is a product that you've probably heard about. Last year it won over 100 awards because mums and dads and kids that are moving into their first home or apartment are buying Piper to feel better and safer. This teeny tiny little device is going to sit anywhere in your home and it's going to see everything that happens. This device is going to monitor everything that happens. This device will truly be able to tell you if somebody's there, if it hears something. It will send you a text, it'll send you an email, it'll even call you if you so desire. This has got a 105 decibel alarm, so if it senses something, boom, it's going to go off. This is the one that new mums and dads are going to buy to watch in on their children when the babysitter's there, when they're out for a nice romantic meal, if that ever happens. This is the one if you have pets and you want to check in on them when you're at work to see what they're doing, what are they doing while you're away, this is the one that's going to give you full access. It's a brilliant product, and the reason why Piper has been #1 and truly one of the innovators over the past 3 years is because they made it easy. You get this home, you plug it in, you connect to Wi-Fi, and that is it. I have black, I have white, and in fact, our producer tonight, he's been here many years. He is a superstar. His name is Steve. He's recently married as well. He's a very nice man, lovely wife. Let's show, yeah, 7:23. I like to give you all the facts of who's here. In fact, let me tell you about this other guy. His name is Joe. He's been in this business years. He started very young. Joe Harris.
It's great to be here.
Joe, now listen, I need a favor from you.
Yes, sir.
We need to take the 20-minute presentation and condense it all the way down to 10 minutes because these are all going to be gone like that.
You're right, and this is the great thing about having this offer. This is true all-in-one security, peace of mind, what we're looking for to protect our house. No professional installation needed, no drilling, no wires, and no monthly fees. I want to check out this video. This is something that happens to me every single day. This is my daughter, comes home from school every single day around 3:15. This is what I get. I get this notification sent to my phone. My wife gets it on her phone. We get it on our tablet. I know she made it home. She locks the door. She kicks her, puts the backpack down, kicks her shoes off, and I know she made it. And when she gets there, I can also have two-way talk. I can see how our day was, but it's that peace of mind as a parent that my kids are okay. But what if that's not my daughter coming? What if that's somebody that's trying to break into the house? This will send that notification to you, and you can set off the alarm. This is truly all-in-one security. Everything you need, because for a lot of us, we're looking for peace of mind. And you see the ads that are out there. It's $30 a month, and they give you a door sensor, and they give you a motion sensor. Well, Piper is so much beyond that. This does have a motion sensor. This has a camera that you can see 180 degrees throughout the entire room. I'm going to bring up and show you a live view. And there's no monthly fee to it whatsoever. Not only is it a motion sensor, but it's also an audio sensor. So if somebody tries to break the glass on your house, that's also going to trigger it too. And it even has a temperature sensor built in as well. So if it gets too cold, it's going to set off the trigger right there. Now the great thing about this is anywhere you are in the country, you could be at a hotel, could be at grandma's house, could be on vacation. If something happens when you're not around, you don't have to constantly monitor it. Piper will send you an email. Piper will give you a phone call. Piper will send you a text message. All the different notifications. It's customized for you, but it's true peace of mind. And all it is just a single box that you plug into the wall. You download the app to your Android device or to your Apple device. It takes you less than 60 seconds, and now you're up and running with one of the best security systems we have.
Oh boy, we're busy, folks. When you get this home and you see how much access it gives you, how much peace of mind it gives you, it's brilliant. I mean, for many, many months now on the Monday Night Show, Joe and I have been just big advocates of home security and home monitoring because they change everything. Zero fees, easy to use, talking to whoever's in the house, listening to what's going on as well, seeing everything, getting alerts if somebody's there that shouldn't be there. It's just a brilliant device. So why buy it right now? Why buy it in the next 5 or 10 minutes? Because we are the best price anywhere. There's no online store. There's no in-store promotion anywhere in the United States that is beating our offer tonight. Now, there is a caveat to that. We have a great relationship with the owners, the pioneers at Piper. They gave us 720, that's it. So once those are gone, it's over. We will restock Piper because we sell so many of these every day, quite honestly. But this is only for you. So if you want the best price in the United States, grab it. If you are right now celebrating the birth of a new baby, you are probably going to spend about that on a baby monitor, this gives you that and so much more. Remember, and this is a key point that Joe will tell you, oh, by the way, if you want the black, I have 200 now left, the rest is in white. Final 200 in the black. When you buy lots of security systems, and a lot of folks are doing this type of technology now, a lot of them do a little bit of this, but not a lot of that. A lot of them do this, but not that. This does everything, but there is no fee. I'll let Joe elaborate again, but most of the folks that are developing, designing, and producing this type of technology are charging a monthly fee to access the video clips, all the things that it's experienced, all the events that it's captured. With this, no charge whatsoever. And Joe, that's a big, big bonus.
It's a huge deal because a lot of times when you get a security system, they tell you something's going on and you can only view it at that split second and that's it. Now what happens is, after that, then they end up charging a monthly fee to be able to go back and watch those videos again. Here, I had no monthly fee whatsoever. This is actually when my kids and we came home from vacation. My son's got a balloon there. As soon as he walked past it, that's enough to trigger Piper, and that's enough to record what's going on. And when you see what you're recording at 180 degrees. This is my entire front of my house right here. I've got the front door, I've got the back door that's over there. I can see everything that's in between. I can pinch, I can zoom. I also love that what Piper does, because the camera is such high quality, I can actually split it up into 4 different zones. So here I can have the entire room. This one I can cover the office. This one I can zoom in and get into the front door right there. This one I can pinch and zoom, get over to the back door. So now all 4 sections of the house are being monitored. Now what happens if you're not around to receive that notification? The great thing about Piper is it records all the events. You don't have to be there. You can go back, maybe you missed that alarm, because sometimes that happens. You missed the notification, and with a lot of other alarm companies, once you miss it, you can't go back and watch it. Here you can see it's literally every single event, every single motion, every single time somebody came into the house, every single time something happened, it pops up right there and it keeps it stored on Piper. And right now on mine, personally, my personal Piper at our house, my kids are in and out of the house all the time. I'm in the house all the time. For the last 2 years, I still can go back and review every single clip. And I can also download it to my device too. I don't know anybody else that does that until they start charging monthly fees. Right. And the monthly fees typically start at $30 a month. Over the course of a year, you're spending over $400 just in monthly fees. No monthly fees with Piper whatsoever. It does everything that all the other guys do and so much more.
There's nothing worse than being at home and feeling vulnerable, or being away from the house on vacation at maybe grandma's for the weekend, or you're seeing friends and family and you don't know what's going on at home. A lot of us, we don't have any home security because we don't want to spend the $30, $40, $50, $60 a month, because it's a lot of money and it adds up. So when this kind of technology emerged, this was huge, because what it gave us is peace of mind. It gave us access. This is so much smarter than even we're giving it credit for right now, because again, Joe's trying to squeeze in so much in such a short amount of time. Just to say, it will guaranteed sell out by the time that clock hits 0. If you just want to try it and plug it in at home and just try it for 20 days, 10 days, 30 days, please do so. You can always return it for a full refund. This value, though, I can't stress, lowest price in the United States. You could Google search Piper right now. Nobody has it at this price.
Not even close.
Not even close. It's not a good deal. It's an awesome deal. The reality is, though, from your tablet, is that the cat?
That's my cat.
I think he's hungry.
No, she's hungry. Well, she missed us. And that's the thing, Adam. We were out on vacation. Oops, let me back up the video clip right there. We were actually out on vacation, and here are all the different clips that it's capturing. And being at, it was 5:26 a.m., she missed us. So she ended up going to our master bedroom.
She's mad.
She was very upset that we left. It's her voice is what triggered the alarm. It's that audio detection. She doesn't have a hairball. She's missing us. But what if it's not being the cat? What if it's a burglar breaking the glass? And Adam, it's a very common thing. There's a burglary in the United States every 12 seconds. Yeah. They're getting in somewhere, whether they're banging through the door, they're breaking the glass, and that's all it takes. And there are a lot of alarm companies out there where they give you one door and window sensor, and what do? You put it on the front door. But what if they break the side window right there? Your normal alarm system's not gonna pick it up. Piper will. It's got that audio alarm built into it. And the great thing about the single device is, it's truly just a single device. This is all there is to it. As soon as you plug it in, that's all you have to do. You plug it into the wall, you download the free app. It works on Android, works on Apple device. Then once you go ahead and set it up with your router, you are done. If you want to add a little extra, there's a little battery pack you can put in here. Just use regular AA batteries. So when the alarm goes off, even the burglars, if they try to unplug it, it's still gonna go off.
Yeah.
They don't realize all there's batteries on the inside. But what you see on here is 180 degree lens. It has that dome on there so it can cover the entire room. There's that motion sensor that's on there. There's your microphone. There's a speaker as well. There's your 105 decibel alarm.
Yep.
This is everything all the big guys offer, but there's no monthly fees. And I wanna set off that alarm.
Oh,
this is truly the loudest alarm I've ever offered here at HSN. So the great thing about it is, you know, if a notification pops up, Adam, don't put your ears up yet. I want to hear the alarm.
No,
so if the notification pops up, you can see what's going on. And if it's a burglar, then all you have to do is you swipe across the bottom and it sets it off.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
I did do that on purpose.
I knew you did it.
But it's 105 decibels, the loudest one. Now, there are a lot of alarm companies. Ooh, by the way, on the bottom, I don't know if you can get it real quick. On the bottom, it's sending me a notification that the alarm was triggered. So that instantly, it's recording that video clip of Adam right there. So now I've got that video clip because he's my perpetrator, and I've got it right there. I can send that to the police. This is what the app looks like, whether it's on your tablet, whether it's on your phone. This is how easy it is. You can arm the system, whether you're at home or you're away or you're home right there. You can turn it off. It's that simple, those 3 easy buttons. Then when you slide over the cross, there are all the different notifications, all the different events that have happened over time. No monthly fee for all that. It's such an easy device with Piper.
Okay, we have 4 minutes, folks. It's obviously the price is selling this because it is the lowest price in the United States. But forget the price for just a second and the free shipping and the amazing flex pay. I want you to buy this because absolutely this is going to change everything. To be at work, to be at the restaurant, to be on the road, to be in the airport, to be on the other side of the world and be able to look into your home, to check in on your kids, to look in on the cat or the dog, to know that if, God forbid, somebody breaks into the house, somebody's in the house, that it will call you, it will email you, or it will text you is a wonderful thing. To know that a 105 decibel siren is gonna go off if somebody is there and please God drive away the bad guys is a wonderful thing. If you're on Facebook, you've probably seen many of the videos that are out there right now. You know, people who are breaking into folks' houses, and this is capturing everything. Remember, the one thing, if you take away anything from this presentation, let it be this. Not all home security systems have two-way talk and listen. This does. So I can listen to what's going on and I can talk to whoever's in the house. Let's say it's your kids. Let's say it's you know, you've gone for a meal and the kids are home and they're homesick, as it were, or they want mommy and daddy back, you can speak to them. But the major thing is that there is no cost, no fee to store the recordings that this captures. Every other company that we feature, they charge you a fee. It's a nominal fee, but they charge you. Piper charge you nothing. We're down to the wire, the final 3 minutes, and you can see our quantity counter is ticking down. We're gonna show you as much as we possibly can. Black, I have 150 left. The rest is in white. Never been a better time to buy it. If your son just moved into his first house, if your daughter's in college or a dorm room, get this for them, get this for her, get this for him. Ultimately, Joe, it's a one-time purchase that gives you a forever peace of mind, satisfaction, and security.
We all want the security, but we all know how expensive it is. Or you have to make that appointment where you're charging hundreds of dollars to somebody to professionally install and drill throughout the house. Here you can see all we did was just download the app, and you plug it into the wall, you're good to go in 60 seconds. You just set up a professional security system for you, and the app is so easy to use. If Adam was talking about the two-way talk, I'm often here at HSN late at night, and you know I don't want to miss out on my daughter, so this is when she came over and I was using the two-way talk with her, so she's saying goodnight to me, even though I'm 30 miles away. I can say goodnight, I can sing her a little song that we have, I can see that gorgeous little smile, and that, as a parent, gives me that peace of mind. But if I am, well, she's a ham too, if I am, like you want to check in on the cat, check in on the pets, or check in on the baby. How many of us have a baby monitor we bought for this price or even more, and that's all it's good for is a baby monitor? Then once the baby gets older, then you're selling it on Craigslist for $10. Here, this is something that you can move it around. You don't have to keep Piper in one position. As soon as you connect it to the app, Now, anywhere that you have an outlet in your house, maybe one day it's in the back where the baby is, then maybe another day it's in the living room, and maybe when you're leaving, you want to put it near the front door. Anywhere you want to have it, and by the way, we have 2 of them, 2 different colors, so it's going to match your decor. And I love that it doesn't look like a traditional security system. It doesn't look like a camera that's obvious. This is the best way to do it, and the great thing about it is having that black version right there. This, to me, I have the black in the house. We have this on a leaning bookshelf. Nobody even knows it's there. It's so inconspicuous, you don't even see it. You've got that high definition camera that's right there. There's your motion sensor. There's the 2-way talk. And there's the loudest alarm we have ever offered, 105 decibels. So Adam, when you want the neighbors to hear what's going on, because there are a lot of companies that are out there where they don't have an alarm because they don't want to bother the neighbors. Here, at 105 decibels, everybody in the neighborhood's gonna know something's going on in your house.
We've heard 90 decibel alarms and 95, that's 105. I mean, it's loud. Okay, the race is now on to get it. If you want it, we're in the final few seconds. I know how happy you're gonna be with this because I've said many times, and I've talked Joe's ear off many, many times. I can't speak tonight. But when I got mine, and I paid a lot more than this when Joe first brought them to HSN, it changed everything. If you can grab it. We just lost the white. Interesting. So the white's gone. Wow. If you want the black, this is now your last call there. You know, obviously black is a wonderful color. It's what I have at home because, well, I think you have black.
I have black as well.
Well, you know, it just depends what kind of decor. Both are as good as each other.
Absolutely.
Don't be upset. But the black obviously is very discreet as well. So a lot of folks like the white, a lot of folks like the black. Both color works perfectly. Joe, final words?
The final words is, you know, as soon as you get this into your house, this is true peace of mind. No monthly fees. It's an easy app. And the great thing about having it here at HSN, you get dedicated customer service. So if you have any questions, only Piper offers dedicated support here for HSN. The best price and the best service you're going to find anywhere.
Okay, if you are on the phone line and in the ordering process, check out as fast as possible. When you do get it home, when you decide that you love it, please leave a review online at hsn.com. I'll let you know when it's officially completely sold out. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Adam. Good to see you.
Let's see you on Monday.
Yes, you are, with some really cool technology to light up your house.
It's the LEDs, isn't it?
It is.
It's the LED bulbs.
Fantastic price.
All right. Oh,